Hi, I'm Sohini Halder, and I'll be walking you through how I make my week 1 of Anatomy and Physiology review notes. So first, I'm going to start by labeling my note, and I'm calling it the Anatomy and Physiology. Physiology review notes. From there, I want to make a cute heading, and I have the color palette that I normally use. And this is a week 1 review of everything that I learned in my anatomy and physiology classes. I'm also going to add a lot of color, especially purple because it makes me happy, and I'm using the lasso tool just to move around my heading so it's centered and where I want it to be. From there, I'm going to use the different color palettes that I have, and I'm going to start by writing the topics that I covered this week in class. From there, I know that I want to make a to-do of the actual things that I'm going to cover from that material in my actual notes. So I want to do an anatomy review. From there, I'm going to go and actually pull in some of the notes that I have from my lectures. And I'm going to look for the picture that I want to do for my anatomy review. And after I use the lasso tool to grab a screen cap of the picture, I'm going to put it in my notes. Something I like to do is actually take a white pen with the pen tool and take away the labels. This way, I get to practice labeling the diagram myself, and it really helps me study for my anatomy practicals. Now I'm going to go through and label the diagram and then add some notes about what I'm studying right now. Now that I've labeled it, I'm going to go through and write down some of the notes that my lecturer mentioned during class. And this will connect the anatomy that I'm reviewing to some of the physiology that I'm going to have to study next. Next, what I want to do is create a table to review some of the physiology that I just covered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the notability feature of making straight lines and create a table for myself. Now I'm going to go through and fill out what I learned in class today. And using the table and making it myself on the Notability app helps me with memory retention, and it allows me to engage with the material a lot more. Lastly, I'm going to go through and just take a few more notes on some of the other things I couldn't include inside the table. And this is how I create my anatomy and physiology review notes with Notability. Thanks so much for watching.